This episode is sponsored by TXCitizen.com. Local New Braunfels news that is exclusively online and completely free. Also sponsored by City Bakery in San Marcos. Fresh baked goods made daily such as pan dulce, cookies, cakes, and even homemade tortillas. Hello everyone, I'm Professor Joe, and today we're going to be going after the rare Waifichu. And so what we're going to do is we're going to sneak up on her. I'm going to kind of teach you how we can catch her so you guys can come along and we can catch this rare Pokemon. So the Waifichu's weakness is pasta, so we're going to set out this pasta and we're going to wait a little bit to see if we can attract her. And I'm going to track her using this device, which looks nothing like a Nintendo DS. So let's use this to track her now. She should be getting here any moment. Okay, everyone quiet. This is where she's coming in. She's gonna see the pasta.
Oh, pasta! This must be my dinner. Wait, where's the fork? Wait, why are you filming this?
Oh, no reason, dear.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm not doing anything. This is just an innocent Pokeball. Here, why don't you hold on to it? That worked like a charm.
This was a trick! Let me out of here!
Oh, this is gonna make winning arguments in the future so much easier. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pop Culture Geekery. I'm Joe Solis, and this is my wife, Sarah Child, or as I like to call her today, Waifichu.
Yes, thank you for my wonderful nickname, husband.
And today we're going to go over the brand new movie that just came out, which is called Detective Pikachu, or as I saw corrected in the title screen, Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
Oh, yes.
Just in case you didn't know this was a Pokemon movie.
Right. They had to make sure the branding was there.
Yeah. So this is based on the video game of the same name that came out a couple years ago, and so we're gonna just do a no spoilers review because we know that everybody and their mom is watching in-game for the 4th and 5th and 10th time this weekend. So we wanted to let you guys know if this one was worth taking a break from your multiple in-game viewings to check out. So first off, just want to kind of talk about our individual histories with Pokemon, because this franchise has been around for over 20 years now. So I'm going to let you go first on this one. So, because I think yours is a lot more interesting in that, you know, you're younger, yet you have a shorter history with Pokemon, which just blows my mind.
Well, technically, since you're older, you've had more time to acquire a history with Pokemon. Just pointing that out. But, yeah, when I was a kid, I remember seeing it on the TV once at a neighborhood kid's house, and I was just like, oh, and it's must be for boys because it's at a boys' place, and I've never seen it before because all I watched when I was little was Nickelodeon. So I still really didn't know what it was, and I heard of it, but I never got into it till about 2010, I guess I would say, which I was in my early 20s at that point. And it was because I was working for my friend who owned a game store, like tabletop game store, and she wanted to start a Pokemon League for the Pokemon card game. And because I was, I think I was about to graduate from being a teacher or just graduated, she was like, oh, well, you know, it's going to be with kids. I should ask Sarah to do it. So she asked me if I would do the league, and I was like, sure, I'm sure I can learn the card game. And after I learned it, I started leading the league for it, and I got really into it. So I went and played in some league kind of gatherings for like the Dallas area. They're big like Pokemon League stuff. But I always kind of did it for fun, though. I didn't get really competitive with it. And I still have cards and I still play sometimes.
Yeah, no, and obviously I realize, yeah, about the age difference, but I'm just saying that usually, like, I get crap because I'm older and I know more about Pokemon than a lot of people, but, it has a history now. So I'm sure some of the people we watched it with today, this was 20 years ago, so they probably have kids that they're taking to for the first time. Because back then, for me personally, it came out in '96, and I was in high school, and it was actually my little brother who got me into it. First with the card game, he showed me the card game, and then the video game, and then later the cartoon, which I actually fought him on for a while. Like I was giving him a hard time, thinking it was stupid, but I slowly got sucked into it, and I think we played the original Red, I think is the one we had, because there was Red and Green were the first two that came out. Then later we got like Pokemon Yellow, and then I remember playing
That's for
Pokemon
video
Stadium.
games, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about the video games.
Yeah, yeah. For me, especially with him, with my brother, it went more towards the video games because like after Pokemon Stadium, there was Pokemon Snap, and then I remember going with him to the theaters and my friends at the time. I guess we were already in college, and we watched Pokemon the first movie. So, but after that, it kind of went into the background for me. It was just always there, and even when you and I had the shop, I kind of had to relearn about it. I mean, I knew the classic first 150 Pokemon. My brother and I always had a joke about, well, where did these other ones after come from? Were they all hiding behind the same tree? I mean, because I don't know, it was just funny because it was supposed to be an established world, and it's like, where are all these other Pokemon? But anyway, so with this movie, like we said, it's based on the video game, which I never played. Didn't even realize it was a thing. It was just one of those things that I missed out on. So we both came into this movie pretty fresh, not knowing anything about the story. That's why when it first came out, the trailer, and I was like, what? Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu? What? My brain couldn't comprehend. But after I saw it, I get it. I get why they did it, and it's actually relevant later, which, we won't spoil anything, but it is relevant. Yeah, and one other thing that kind of worried me too was when I first saw the CGI in the trailer, I wasn't really sold yet. And I don't know, I mean, as I saw it now, I accept it more, but I don't know if it's just my brain can't process Pokemon in the real world, But you could definitely tell which were the prominent Pokemon because they obviously got more time spent on them. Like obviously Ryan Reynolds Pikachu looked great because he's the star, but there was some other Pokemon that made appearances that I thought like, wow, that looks really cool. And then others I was like, wow, that doesn't look so good, So you could just tell which ones were the ones that got more attention. But I think, overall, like I said, the movie, it's a mystery they're trying to solve. The main character is played by Justice Smith. I mean, I think he does an okay job, especially playing off of Ryan Reynolds. And I neglected to look up her name, but the actress who plays the reporter, I liked her too because she was playing it kind of like an anime character. I thought she seemed a little exaggerated. What did you think about both of them and their characters?
I mean, Justice Smith's character, I thought he did a good job. He's kind of like the loner. It's kind of what they set him up to be. The girl, she's very extroverted. I don't know about the anime character thing. Like they set her up to be like a cute girl, that's pretty much her role. But she's a cute girl that also is like trying very hard to be successful and is it's intelligent to be able to figure out the things that she does.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that especially the way she was introduced. I mean, you'll see it, and it's got a little like classic detective film noir style to it too when she's introduced. But then to me, by the time they get to the last quarter of the movie, especially the outfit she wears, she looks like a Pokemon trainer to me. So, but yeah, they do a good job of making you believe that in this world, yeah, Pokemon are just there. They're part of the everyday life. So I did definitely believe that world, and the story, it had one major twist for me, Other than that, it was kind of a basic, detective story. I didn't really see anything that really wowed me beyond that. Although, like I said, I did appreciate the resolution. What did you think about the detective story?
Yeah, I think that the resolution was, the best part for me. I thought it was a really well put together story. But yeah, I kind of feel the same way in that I wasn't like really wowed by it. But I feel like there was a twist in there for me too. Um, and I didn't see it coming, so I liked that part and I thought it was very interesting. I mean, I can't go into detail, but I thought it was well put together. But I'm the same in that it didn't really wow me very much. I'm not sure why. It's just, I guess, the whole movie put together. It just, maybe because my expectations were higher going into it, because Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu was like, this is going to be amazing. And I'm not sure like what really did it, but it just didn't have the wow factor for me.
Yeah, and it almost felt more like an experiment because it's funny to think, and it's probably the limitations of CGI, obviously, in years prior, that we haven't had this before. But obviously, we've had plenty of animated movies, so we have not been shy of Pokemon material over the last 20 years. But very similar to the way that Disney, is recreating a lot of their classics in live action now. I see other studios doing it, and so I think this definitely worked, but it worked because of the components of the story and because of Ryan Reynolds being there. I don't think it would have worked any other way. So that's what worries me about the future, because there's not really a setup for any sequels or anything. It was just the one shot. So if they do another one, it's gonna look really good, because the Pokemon did look good. But then it's going to be reliant on the characters, which I don't think we necessarily have to follow these characters next time. I would rather see some other ones. But a couple of quick little things I wanted to put in there for y'all to look out for. There is a pretty clever little Home Alone reference in there. Whenever Justice Smith walks into the office, which you saw many times in the trailer where him and Pikachu first meet. And for fans of the 1989 Batman, there is a very unexpected homage to it towards the end of the movie that I was just like, wow, did they really get that from that? Because if they didn't, it would be a super big coincidence, because it's kind of glaring. So, but obviously the main thing is kids are going to love it. I think, they may be bored a little bit towards the beginning, when it's kind of slow, but definitely once it picks up towards the end, they're going to love it, and they're going to see on all their favorite Pokemon. And that's the thing for me. I still know a lot of the first 150. I don't know too many of the ones after. So there's a few in the movie that I know what they were. Even from, directing the card game at our store, I recognize some of them. But I know you had a comment about the rating.
Yeah, I wanted to say too, I definitely noticed, I could recognize, I think I could recognize all of them by name, actually, from the card game. So, with the rating, I just wanted to talk about is PG rating. I feel like they really tried to reach out to like parents and adults too, knowing that there were a good deal of adults that are into it now that used to be kids and watched it, I'm sure. But the Ryan Reynolds playing Pikachu, he does make a couple adult kind of jokes in there, but it's like the kind of adult joke that the kid isn't really gonna catch on to. They won't even really notice it, and they're just kind of like thrown in there inconspicuously. But there are a couple in there that you kind of giggle at, and then he had like one really mild swear word that he said. So I thought, pretty good for a PG rating. I didn't really notice anything else that would be questionable for kids. Did you notice anything else?
No. Like I said, like you said, it's pretty much just that. I did read a funny article the other day that apparently there's enough of his outtakes that are rated that they could put together like a R-rated cut, but of course they're never going to do that. But it would be amazing to at least listen to, but who knows, maybe somebody will leak it online one day. But so why don't we go ahead and just give our ratings. So for me, because you're always questioning my rating system, I don't do percentages like you do, because to me, on a 10 scale, a 5 is an average movie. It's not a 50. It's not that they failed. It's just an average movie.
I just want to point out that fractions convert to percentages. And when you say a number of stars out of a number of stars, then that is a fraction. Therefore, mathematically, it should turn into a percentage. So I'm still right, but keep talking.
Yeah, but what about average? Isn't the average of 10 5? So, I don't want to go into a math lesson here. Yeah, middle of the road. Okay. It's a middle of the road movie, but okay. I'm not saying that about this movie. I'm saying that's how my mind works. Right. That if it's
Joe's like scale and mine are like slightly different, so you can try to converge them if you want, but good luck because it's Joe.
Anyway, I'm gonna give Detective Pikachu a 7 out of 10 because I felt like it was a good movie. It's one of those, if I watch it again, fine. If not, I'm okay with that too. But and the only reason I give it a couple of points above an average movie is because to me Ryan Reynolds made that movie, and just enjoy it, because who knows if we'll ever get another one because of the way that this one plays out. So, but what about you?
I'm thinking I'm 75%. I kind of struggle with trying to decide for this one, because it's like it was a good movie, but I don't know, it just didn't wow me that much, and I feel like it's not quite where a B should be. Mm-hmm. So but it's better than a 70, so I'm just gonna say like a 75. And I do hope they make another one, though. I did enjoy it. Really, I don't really know, because we can't converge our scales very well, but you may have rated it slightly higher than me this time, which is a miracle.
No, I don't, maybe, I don't know. But
exactly.
Anyway, but definitely go check it out. I mean, it's a fun one to take the kids to. They're going to enjoy it. So hopefully you guys will go check it out this weekend. But I think that's pretty much all we had to say about this movie. So just want to say thank you to each of you guys who've subscribed so far. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and then check out all our different social medias, which I've started adding in the description of the videos. And that way you can follow us, because we also post other things on social media, especially Facebook, that come out, trailers and just other things that we're excited about that are up and coming. So thanks again, guys, and we will see you guys next time.